It's always good to have options. We've got a jammed-packed couple of weeks of work to get through. We're going to be doing cleats for Darius Slay of the Philadelphia Eagles, Quandre Diggs of the Seattle Seahawks, Anthony Walker of the Cleveland Browns, and of course, our buddy Eric Ebron of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm pretty excited about some of the themes that we're going to be doing. Let's talk some Scooby-Doo. So I have not seen a mystery machine theme done before on cleats, and that's what we are working on today. And as I was sort of in the preliminary design stages, I kept sort of wishing that I was working with a high top model. This way I could kind of turn the entire cleat almost into the mystery machine van. But what I realized was happening is I was really only treating this as a 2D image on the screen. I was only designing, looking at the shoe from this side angle, and I was no longer treating it as a 3D object that's going to be viewed from multiple angles. So although it's a low top and sort of prevents me from, turning the entire cleat into a perfect representation of the mystery machine, I do think that when viewing this from certain angles, after planning out my design a little bit better, this is still going to look really cool. So we have our lime green laid down. It's funny, I posted this cleat on my Instagram story and asked, who can try to guess the theme based off of this color, and most people said the Grinch. Somebody said the mask, which is, I've never seen that theme done before on a pair of shoes, so that'd be a cool one. But nobody guessed the mystery machine. I think that sort of that really light lime green threw a lot of people off. So anyways, we have this all covered up. Now we need to cover some of this up with some stenciling, like that mystery machine branding logo, and then we have to throw that teal on top of these now. So let's go ahead and get into that. Monday morning here in the studio, and we have a Thursday night game this week from my buddy Quandre on the Seahawks. So that throws a little bit of a wrench in our plans as far as planning out this week. I think I'm going to try out like a prism design within a stripe pattern. Maybe do a little bit of a gradient from the back. And you can't go wrong when you're working with colors like this. And although their jerseys and uniforms with the Thursday night color rush thing are going to be plenty noticeable, definitely want to make sure we have something noticeable on the feet also. So it's always cool when they make a really big play wearing the cleats. My buddy Diggs got an interception. You could actually see him doing the little toe tap in the end zone. Close up of the cleats, that's always very fun to see. We have a couple more cleats that we're going to be doing for him that I need to knock out. We have a PlayStation Travis Dunk collab that we're going to be doing on his cleats. And then we're going to be doing another pair to match the South Beach LeBron 8s. But first, one more thing with those mystery machine cleats. I've got a cool little video idea that I want to test out right here against this brown hardwood table. Something that I think would work really well for either a TikTok video or Instagram Reels. I want to do kind of like a silent, almost ASMR style unboxing of a finished project. So I have the Mystery Machine cleats inside that box. So I want to enter the box into the frame, unbox it, let you hear the unboxing of the actual shoes, you know, the crinkling of the tissue paper and all that type of stuff. I think that that could be something that is pretty cool, because although you see the finished photos, sometimes there's videos or slideshows, whatever there may be, to show different angles. There's something special about actually seeing a really cool 360 view of them. So if that turns out good, I'll insert a little clip right here so you guys can see what I had in mind for coming up with this. Alright, I had to go and pull these out of the vault. So we have the South Beach LeBron 8s. Fun fact, this was actually the first ever colorway that I painted on a pair of shoes. What I did was go to Michael's and buy the cheapest acrylic paint that I could find in the closest turquoise to this that I thought was available. So hopefully now I'll be a little bit better at color matching and we can get really close to this. I have a really goofy idea for an Instagram video for the making of the South Beach LeBron cleats. I want to walk into frame, grab one of the stock cleats, then grab one of the LeBrons, bang them together, and after enough times, it's going to form the South Beach cleat. So the trick to making that happen is I want to bang the shoes together, come to a complete stop, and then you need the help of somebody else because you have to stay perfectly still. I'm going to have my wife Brittany swap out the cleat and the pair of LeBrons with the finished cleats, the South Beach LeBron cleats, and then I pull them apart, and it's really just about cutting the video at the perfect spot of the banging, freeze, swap out the shoes, pull them apart, and carry on. These videos always perform well. People always get a kick out of them, so I'll show you the little behind the scenes of the making of this little skit.
One at a time.
Mm-hmm. Can we just take a quick moment to appreciate how cool it actually is to see an NFL player walking into a game carrying a pair of cleats that you painted? We kind of went over a lot of cool content ideas, and maybe you found something that you could try yourself. Sometimes you just gotta stop taking those same old boring photos. Have fun with it. Test out different styles of videos. You just gotta find what works best for you. You never know what type of content might end up working out really well for you and potentially lead to a bunch of new eyes discovering your page. The last thing you want to do is stay stagnant and just repeating the same steps of posting that same old boring content. So have fun with your content, switch it up, test out new things, because at the end of the day, you never know who's watching.